Good afternoon. Hope everyone has had a wonderful day today. And we're going to finish off this afternoon in our social studies class. And we're going to be talking about scarcity today. So I see everybody is entering the chat and coming on in the classroom. Looking great, everybody. Did everybody have a good day today? We can kind of go over that and you can kind of tell me how your day was. And anything exciting going on, any plans for the weekend or anything like that. And so today, though, we are going to get into, like I said, we're going to talk about scarcity. We're going to be discussing some regional, which is in Arkansas, and some national scarcity. So this may all be new to some, and some of you may kind of have an idea. So we're going to jump right on in here and see what we can learn today. Our objectives for this lesson is going to be define what scarcity is and be able to identify shortages in our, again, in our region, in Arkansas, and in our nation. So please, if you can, have your cameras on, turn your mics on, and also you can feel free to use the chat box. I do love to see smiling faces, so if you at all possible can turn those cameras on, let's do that. And let's get started. Okay, so what are some, or first of all, I'm sorry, define scarcity. Does anyone know what scarcity is? Um, do you want to take a shot at it, Elijah? Maybe kind of give us some ideas there. I know Alexis put something in the chat box, so let's kind of look over it. Okay, and Levi has some statements as well. Okay, all right. So, well, let's go on and give me some examples of scarcity. These are shortages, okay? Because some of you guys just defined that, which is wonderful. What are some shortages that we currently have in Arkansas? And what could have been what could have caused these shortages? Let's talk about that. Again, mics on, cameras on, or use your chat box, and let's discuss some of this, okay? All right, we're going to move right on to unit goals. This is the unit goals for our lesson today. We're going to define scarcity and other vocabulary words that goes along with that. By the end of this lesson, you're going to know some of the shortages in our areas of Arkansas and possible reasons why we have those shortages, okay? You're going to know the basics of supply and demand, and what effect can scarcity have on individuals? What effect can it have on you or your parents, consumers? Scarcity will affect everyone, okay? All right, let's watch this short little video and then we'll discuss it. And it's a cute little video and it's going to talk a little bit more on scarcity. There we go. Just got to get it started. Sorry, let me go back to the beginning. Today we are going to learn all about scarcity. Our learning target is I can identify and describe scarcity. What is scarcity? Scarcity is when there aren't enough goods to meet people's wants. Scarcity comes from the word scarce. Something is scarce when there isn't a lot of it or it isn't always available. Let's look at an example of scarcity. Meet Sonia. Sonia has a lemonade stand with a lot of customers. Because her lemonade is so popular, the demand or want for her lemonade is high. Okay, I hope everyone enjoyed that little video, short little video there, and it kind of hit home for what is scarcity. So we're going to briefly look over some vocab words that will come in handy in the future. Please do not get overwhelmed by these words. Some of these you may not have even, they may be totally new to you. But I promise, as we work through this lesson, you will know the definitions of these words, and um, it will all flow. Okay, we'll look at scarcity, income, currency, expense, profit, budget, entrepreneur, natural resources, capital resources, human resources, and marketplace. Again, don't get overwhelmed with those words. They're terms that we will be using throughout the lesson, okay? And lessons to come. All right, let's look at some examples of scarcity. Water. Water could be scarce in some regions, okay? Land. Land could be scarce. Labor. People to work at the job positions, that could be scarce. And healthcare, okay? All these can have scarcity. And they actually do. Some of them have that currently, okay? So let's look at what are some causes of scarcity. Again, these are big words. Do not get hung up on them because it will all flow and it will all come together and make sense. Demand induced is high demand for resources. Supply induced is supply of resources running out. And structural scarcity is just mismanagement and inequality. And we'll go over that some more as well, okay? So how does scarcity affect people's choices? And we'll look at that because scarcity is going to affect everybody, all the consumers, okay? Supply and demand. We'll discuss that some more too. Okay, let's look at some shortages that have affected Arkansas, our region. We've had some fuel shortages, um, some medical staff shortages, and some supplies for restaurants. We've all faced, and some of them we're currently facing now. Okay, let's look at some national shortages. Okay, everybody can probably think back last year on the toilet paper. One of that could have been, the cause of that could have been panic buying. Everybody wanting to be sure they had toilet paper. Or a disruption in the supply chain. Okay, there's different reasons that scarcity can come about. I just want you to be aware of that, okay? Okay, ketchup packets now. We just recently have been experiencing some of this in restaurants because there's a higher demand because of the pandemic. So we are kind of facing a little shortage there. Computer parts. Consumers are facing price rises and shortages of products. Okay, so scarcity, again, I'm just going to kind of hammer this home that scarcity can affect every avenue and it can affect us as the consumer. Okay, so far, let me just pause real quick and let me ask if there's any questions on anything we've discussed so far. Is everybody kind of getting a grasp of understanding what we're doing? Any vocabulary words maybe that you want me to go back over or anything, let me know. Raise your hand, type in chat, and we will go over it. And I'm going to leave you with this question. Can you think of any other items, whether it be products or services, that are scarce now or possibly could be? Again, scarcity can come on, and then you're faced with that. And what do you do with that, right? Okay, so again, please reach out to me if you have any further questions and we can go over it. Okay, don't struggle. Please don't struggle. I'm available for help sessions. Email me, contact me, get in touch with me. Let's set up those help sessions. Let's do those one-on-ones. Okay, if you are struggling in any area that we went over or previous, please reach out to me. That is what I'm here for. Okay, and we are going to end this with, as we always do, our fun quizzes. So get ready to start answering the questions. We're going to make sure we understood today's lesson. Okay, and when you're finished, you can log out and have a beautiful rest of your day. And I will see you. I will see you Friday.